Okay, so are you ready to dive deep into motivation?
I am. Let's go.
Today, we're going to be talking about all the things that drive us to, actually do things, achieve things, and become better versions of ourselves.
Right. What gets us up in the morning?
Exactly. So, you sent me some super interesting stuff about motivation, especially Drive by Daniel H. Pink. Have you read that?
I have. It's a great book. Really insightful.
Yeah, and there's also that podcast episode with Pink, and the video that summarizes the book. We're going to try and pull the best from all those sources. So by the end of this, you'll not only understand like the science behind motivation, but you'll also have some practical strategies to apply it to your own life.
Some real actionable stuff.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
a lot of people are looking for that.
Totally, totally. So let's start with the basics, right? We've all heard of this idea of carrots and sticks, like rewards and punishments, as like the main ways to motivate people. Is that really all it is?
Well, it's definitely the traditional view. But Daniel Pink, he really challenges that.
Really?
Yeah, he argues that while carrots and sticks, like those external incentives, they can work for simple tasks, they're not so effective for more complex or creative work.
Like that makes sense, right? Because you don't want to be thinking about the reward when you're like trying to be creative.
Exactly. And actually, focusing too much on the reward can actually make you less creative.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's research to back that up. It's like
Yeah.
it kind of narrows your focus.
Hmm. So if rewards aren't always the answer, then what is? What really motivates us?
Well, Pink's research suggests that it's something called intrinsic motivation.
Intrinsic motivation
Yeah, it's about finding the drive from within yourself
from within. Absolutely.
rather than relying on those external factors. And he kind of breaks down intrinsic motivation into three core elements: autonomy, mastery, and purpose.
So it's like a three-legged stool. You need all three for that real deep motivation.
Okay, so break it down for me. What exactly are autonomy, mastery, and purpose? What do they actually mean?
Okay, so let's start with autonomy.
All right.
Think about a time when you were so absorbed in something, like a project or a hobby, that you just completely lost track of time.
Yeah, like when you're in the zone, in the flow.
Exactly. That's often because you had a high degree of autonomy. You had the freedom to make your own choices about how to approach the work, how to do it, when to do it. Like it was on your own terms. Remember that time when you decided to like completely rearrange your entire filing
Oh,
system?
yeah, it took me the whole weekend. I was so proud of it though.
Exactly. But you were in the zone. Right,
Sure.
because you decided to do it and you decided how to do it. It wasn't because someone told you to do it a certain way or promised you a reward.
It's like I had ownership over it. It was mine.
Exactly. It was all you.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So autonomy is all about having that control, that freedom. Yeah, that sense of ownership over what you're doing. Okay, so next up is mastery.
All right, mastery.
This one's all about the satisfaction we get from developing skills and becoming really good at something that we care about. It's that feeling of progress, accomplishment, knowing that you're getting better at something meaningful to you.
I mean, any hobby, right? Like if you're learning guitar or painting or
Mhm.
whatever, you stick with it because you get better and it feels good.
Precisely. And the better you get, the more you want to keep learning and growing.
It's a nice cycle.
It is. It's like a positive feedback loop.
Okay, so we've got autonomy, we've got mastery, and the last one was purpose, right?
Yes, purpose. This is about connecting our work to something bigger than ourselves.
Okay.
A cause, a mission, something that gives it meaning. It's about feeling like your efforts are contributing to something that matters.
So it's not just about like going through the motions or doing something just because you have to.
No, it's about feeling like you're making a real difference. Pink actually, he gives some great examples of companies that have really embraced these principles. Giving their employees more freedom, more opportunities for growth, and a clearer sense of purpose.
And I'm guessing that leads to better results.
Absolutely. These companies tend to see higher engagement from their employees, increased productivity, and just generally happier employees.
So it's a win-win.
It is.
Okay, this is all great, but I'm sure our listeners are thinking, how do we actually use these ideas?
Right. How do we put this into practice?
Yeah, how do we boost our own motivation and reach our goals?
Well, Pink offers some concrete strategies.
Okay, lay it on me.
He suggests starting with setting exciting goals, and I mean really exciting goals.
Like goals that get you out of bed in the morning.
Exactly. Don't chase external validation or societal expectations. Like, forget about what you should be doing. Ask yourself, What truly inspires you? What goals, if you achieve them, would make you jump out of bed in the morning excited to tackle them?
So ditch the shoulds and find what truly lights your fire. Okay, what else? What else can we do?
Embrace challenges.
Embrace challenges.
Yeah, don't shy away from opportunities to learn and grow, even if they push you outside of your comfort zone.
So like get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right. Remember, mastery comes from stretching ourselves and developing our skills.
So no pain, no gain. But sometimes it's just hard to even get started. Like where do you even begin to figure out your purpose?
Yeah, it's a journey. It's a process of self-discovery. You got to spend some time reflecting on your values, your passions, and the impact you want to make on the world.
Okay.
Consider how your work, your hobbies, or even your daily interactions can align with that sense of purpose.
So it's about finding that connection between what you do and why you do it.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, so as we wrap things up here, what would you say is the key takeaway for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that true motivation comes from within. It's not about external rewards or pressure. It's about cultivating autonomy, mastery, and purpose in everything we do.
It's empowering, right? Because it means we all have the power to unlock our own motivation and achieve amazing things.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So for our listeners out there, I'll leave you with this. What's one small change you can make today to bring more autonomy, mastery, or purpose into your life? Could be as simple as choosing a project that excites you, asking for more responsibility at work, or even just connecting your work to a cause you believe in. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into motivation.
My pleasure.
And until next time, keep those inner fires burning.
Keep on driving.